Today, we're going to talk about a math problem that has been a headache for pretty much everyone who's ever taken algebra. But what if the solution, a really elegant one, was hiding in plain sight for thousands of years?
You know that feeling, right? You're in algebra class, staring at a quadratic equation, and you're supposed to factor it, and it just feels like you're guessing. Well, you are definitely not alone.
For basically forever, finding those two magic numbers to break down an equation has been taught as trial and error. You know the drill. You list out all the possible pairs of factors and just cross your fingers, hoping you stumble upon the right one.
But what if there's a method that requires zero guessing? None at all. And what if I told you the key to the whole thing has been around since the time of the ancient Babylonians?
Okay, so let's really get into that frustration. Why exactly does factoring feel so much like you're just fumbling around in the dark?
It's such a common feeling. The math educator Nancy Pye put it perfectly. She said that feeling of just stabbing in the dark, that's what makes factoring a total nightmare for so many people.
Now, to deal with this, teachers have come up with all these different methods over the years. But, as we're about to see, they all share the exact same frustrating step.
So, first up, there's the AC method. You might have seen this one. It's this whole structure, 9-step process. It looks super organized, but then you hit that one crucial step where you have to list out all the factors and hope you pick the right pair. You're right back to the guessing game. Then there's the slide and divide method. It's kinda clever, I guess, but it feels more like a weird magic trick than actual math that makes sense. And here we go again, step 2 still needs you to guess the right factors for the new equation. It's the same problem all over again.
So here's the bottom line. All of these methods, they give you a roadmap, sure, but they all lead to the same brick wall. That moment where you just have to guess and check. And that's the real problem we're here to solve.
But here's the incredible part. The solution to this guessing game wasn't some brand new discovery. It was there the whole time, just scattered in little pieces throughout history. Let's look at how all these puzzle pieces finally came together.
Our story starts almost 4,000 years ago with the Babylonians. They had this really clever trick for a very specific problem. Now fast forward through centuries of math, with people like Al-Khwarizmi and Viet building the foundations of algebra. All the clues were there. But it wasn't until 2019 that a mathematician named Po-Shen Lo connected these ancient dots and revealed a method that's so simple it changes everything.
And the absolute key to all of this is what's known as the Babylonian sum product problem. Basically, they figured out how to find two mystery numbers if you just knew two things, what they add up to and what they multiply to. Their insight was just brilliant.
Here's the logic, and it's beautiful. If two numbers add up to something, they have to be perfectly balanced around their average. Think of it like a seesaw with the average right in the middle. So instead of looking for two totally different unknown numbers, you're just looking for one unknown, the distance from the middle, which we can call u. That single shift in thinking completely flips the problem on its head.
Okay, so how do we take this ancient insight and actually use it to factor a modern quadratic equation? Let's just walk through an example. It's the best way to see it in action.
All right, let's take x squared minus 2x minus 24 equals 0. We're looking for two numbers that add up to 2 and multiply to negative 24. Okay, well, the average of two numbers that sum to 2 has to be 1, right? So we can think of our two mystery numbers as 1 plus some amount, u, and 1 minus that same amount, u. Now we use the product. We need 1 plus u times 1 minus u to equal negative 24. And that's a classic pattern, the difference of squares, which just simplifies to 1 minus u squared. So now our equation is easy. 1 minus u squared equals negative 24. A little bit of algebra, u squared has to be 25, so u is 5. And boom, we have our numbers. 1 plus 5 is 6, and 1 minus 5 is negative 4. That's it, a direct calculation, no guessing.
And this is what's so amazing about it. This isn't just some cute trick that works on easy problems. It works every single time. For every quadratic equation, even when the answers are messy, like with fractions or even imaginary numbers, the guesswork is just gone. But this is about more than just finding a faster way to get the right answer. It's about actually getting a deeper feel for the math itself.
By focusing on the sum and the product, this method basically shows you the hidden DNA of the equation. You can see clear as day how the numbers in the problem are directly connected to the solutions. You're not just following a random recipe anymore. You're actually understanding why it all fits together.
And that really gets to the heart of it. As Po-Shen Lo himself puts it, once you have a logical method that you can actually understand and follow, What's the point of just memorizing a complicated formula? This is about empowering people to actually think like mathematicians, not just to memorize things like a computer.
And that leaves us with a really fascinating thought, doesn't it? This elegant solution to a problem that's thousands of years old. It wasn't a brand new discovery. It was just a new way of connecting old ideas that were already there, hiding in plain sight. It really makes you wonder, how many other simple, beautiful solutions to tough problems are out there right now, just waiting for someone to come along and look at an old question with fresh eyes?